The regular season has reached its halfway point, and as the team looks ahead to the rest of the year, it's time to check in with players and set the goals that will drive them the rest of their season. Head coaches and the media have a storied relationship in the NFL. Like any relationship, that comes with its happier moments, and occasionally, its more contentious conversations. They've been dealt one of their toughest matchups early in the season, but there is hope. One of their coaches has found what they think is a key weakness. The decision now, how exactly to exploit it.
With a Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. And they lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast and clean start to this game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. They didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. Well, penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Here's Goff. Finds Gibbs on a check down. The ball still moving. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Goff. And that'll be caught by... And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Looking to put a drive together.
Trouble, 38. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
On the ready.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Here we set.
They'll run. Here's the former Seminole. Oh, this one, they may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Lions offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's 2nd best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season. 3 yards up. second down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. But the Stars run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yard?
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a pro playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
From the gun, here's Gone.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. You talk about this Miami defense.
They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Kenneth Grant
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Ready. 10 cycles. Ready, set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
95. Hut.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter.
as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. Gone. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On 4th down, Goff to the sidelines, and Detroit has Riley Patterson out. For the field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. Patterson's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Blue 32.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop the throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are once again back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be tackled just shy. Detroit's offense ready to take over. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And now look at this. Big gain by Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover like that. I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
White, set.
White, he'll try the left side. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Rashad White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the previous pass interference call put the ball at the 1-yard line, and then they stick it in on the very next play.
And I love the play call right there. After you get the pass interference call, you've got a defense that's discombobulated a little bit, right? They're protesting the call, upset about what happened. Go right at them. Run the football. And the defense acquiesces, and the ball ends up in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He's back to throw here to start the drive. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A toss out right to Gibbs. Shedding the tackle. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Lions.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Being chased out left. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. 2nd and 4. Dancing to his left. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he returns this to the 22.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now it's gone. This to Laporta, right side. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 3rd and 10. Here's gone. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start. Got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Second and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Now gone. He's going to leave this for the running back. It's complete. A gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Goal. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing again is gone. And in for the Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Our spin around the NFL starts now at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The Cardinals at home to take on a team from the AFC West. And it's Patrick Mahomes. And this is a touchdown. The Golden Eagles move their mark to 7-1, looking good as they get the win. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And this is Jonathan Mingo. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Cowboys move back to within a game of 500 at 4-5 with this win. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy. The New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. Footwork, agility, speed, power, a brilliant run for the touchdown. A look now at the rest of the scores around the NFL as we reach the halfway point of the regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
doing the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening. Drive of the second half, Charles. Remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
50, green. Ready?
He'll look to throw. This is White on the screen. And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
He'll look to throw right away.
Breaks the tackle, and he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. He knows winning this game right now.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
180.
In motion, the tight end.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they picked up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
Here comes the Lions punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. Here's Hill on the return.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got
it. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this returnable for Hill. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A nice throw from the 3rd-round pick. It gets him a 1st down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Forced out to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Here we go, set. Check White. 40. Ready?
Now we give up the middle. This is White. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ready?
He'll drop to throw. And he take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Rashad White, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Lions 17. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
I know coaches tell us all the time having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he is caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Now gone. He'll go right back to St. Brown. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Again, Goff. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Here's Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. Touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They start the drive with Wright. And we'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
10 black. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
2nd and 10.
Down. Black. 96. Mega. Black shot. 10.
They'll look to throw again. Look at this tight end on the cards, complete. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Partner, I'd like to just stay aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
22. Set.
They'll go up the middle with Wright. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Ready, break.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Green gas. 33, yellow. Smash, red. Hut, hut.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Detroit getting set to go now. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. St. Brown in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And it's 3rd down.
Now gone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Goff now looks to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Here's Goff. He'll leave it and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Now you've got to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration. When the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Ready. Yellow, 22. Set.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes. and put this one in the left-hand column. Escaping the pressure right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. Center's kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the 4th quarter.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Gone. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One last throw here for Goff. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Miami, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week.
45. White. Set. Set. Ready. Ready, ready, hunt. Set, ready. Ready. Let's go now. Hut, hut. Ready. Set, hut. Come on, set. Hut, hut. Let's go. Set. Here we go. Set. Ready. Go. Down. 10 black. Set. Go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Black, ready, ready. Set, hut. Set. Set. Ready. Ready, ready, hut. Set, ready, ready. Let's go now. Hut, hut. Ready. 52 blue. Set, hut.